So, uh, I just wanted to rant about something. These are completely unedited, just singular take. So I'm probably gonna be stumbling over myself. But I've noticed this kind of trend of women that are being like mass produced by the second. Um, it's like these like wannabe like Hikikomori like neat girls. This kind of genre of women who consider themselves like girl failures. And it's really upsetting to some degree. Um, Not as if it's actually like taking a toll on me. It's just like annoying. So I wanted to talk about it because hopefully at least some other person can see that sort of behavior and go like, yeah, that's annoying and attention seeking is what it is. You'll see these like screenshots of like um, always like the same type of like same like phenotype and physical appearance, like trying to like make themselves look like I want to say like an anime character, like that's what they're trying to make themselves look like. um but it's these types of girls who are like trying to well, what is it, like copy that like Hiki-chan's like vlogs and going like, oh, my life sucks, I'm lonely, I'm mentally ill, I have to take pills every day or whatever. um and it's just like it's just annoying. It's an annoying type of woman, and I feel like this is becoming a lot more um like common in people, or specifically those like women who have had um much more exposure to the internet than they really should have. And this kind of goes into like how the internet has affected youth perversely, and how it has kind of what I would say has um, devastated the younger generation of individuals, of people, um, to a degree that we are like unrecognizable from the previous generation. Like if you were to look at the average trends amongst Gen Z kids, um, compared to like millennials or boomers, Gen Xers, anything like that, um, and kind of the culture that has prevailed amongst younger people. I feel like you'd be hard pressed to um, really find anything like that that isn't like insane to a degree. Um, and this is just one part of that problem, but it seems to be part of it that is very outspoken and very annoying when it comes to it. Um, and I'm sure if you are in the same neck of the woods I am, and that will probably make itself much more known as I post more. But you know exactly the type of girl I'm talking about, the kind of like the femcel type, like neat girl, um, or whatever, you know, um, that sort of thing. And it always comes off as some very desperate ploy for attention in a young woman who could very easily get that attention like anywhere else, because and let's not beat around the bush here, most of these individuals posting these are like fairly conventionally attractive young women, um, to the point where it would be so easy for them just to like go out and talk to someone, and there's even a pretty high chance, because they are a conventionally attractive woman, that they will be approached by someone. um, and you'll see the example of people like complaining about their isolation, and then that post or that video kind of blows up, and then people start wanting to reaching out and trying to talk to them, and then that girl is like, I don't want these people. um, which they probably don't understand the community they're inviting by posting about that and trying to like Hikikomori LARP, but at the same time it's very indicative of just like the kind of manipulation that is going on here. Most likely, when someone adopts this persona of like a femcel, like neat, or like a girl failure, they're trying to look for the male equivalent to that. And more likely that person would be incredibly easy to manipulate, and to like siphon all of their money out of, and they're doing it just because they want to feel some sort of attention or anything like that. And this is a very niche trend, but it also kind of illustrates a very great divide between, if a man were to vlog and post about, I am so horribly depressed, I hate my life, I'm so lonely, nobody talks to me, even if they were like what would be considered a conventionally attractive male, and I think that did happen recently. They're met with like nothing, with they're met with like ridicule. There was one of these types of vlog videos that blew up, where it was just some guy talking about social isolation. Just got like 500,000 views out of nowhere. And that guy was like, he had like the for lack of a better term, like Chad phenotype. And he was pretty much just mocked and ridiculed even by other lonely men, because by any means he is the individual that should be, cucking the cucking the like ugly guy out of the girl or whatever. But in that case, people were pointing to attention, like, it's like the state of the planet has gotten so bad that even like the Chad looking guy is isolated and alone. And this is, it's a trend amongst all young men to be incredibly isolated, especially in what has prevailed in modern culture, and how culture kind of separates people from each other, and creates enemies amongst individuals that should not be, just kind of polarizing people for no reason. And it's very likely that this person could have been so socially inept that he could not, talk to women or approach them, and that is, if it's gotten to that point where you're a man and you're inept and you can't approach women, it's you're alone, you're done for. But when you have these like hickey wannabe girls doing it, it really does just highlight how unfair things are, and also just how like utterly annoying they are, because I don't really know how to describe it, because it is annoying to me, it is frustrating to me, but it is, for what reason I don't know why, really, like what I can put my thumb on, because I think it's because it's just so attention seeking. Like, socially you are more privileged, and I hate to use that word because I sound like someone who'd be, the word privileged is not a good word to use, I don't think, but you have that kind of advantage because you are a woman and you are conventionally attractive, to like meet anyone and make friends with them, and people will be head over heels for you. But when it comes to men, it's you're like done for. It's over, it's kind of a situation where you are, there's no hand holding, you're just alone. And maybe it comes like the annoyance I get, is comes from like a place of jealousy, because I would consider myself a socially isolated young man, as are, to be honest, most young men in this day and age. Um, at least what I see. Um, and seeing someone kind of like make a mockery of the situation I find myself in is insulting. Like fake cell, it, it's like fake self-void speaking, and it's just like, I'm done, you know. um, yeah, I just really don't like that type of person. Um, I guess I'll use this channel just to like shit post occasionally about things I want to talk about. I don't really expect anything to be very serious here. Um, and I don't know how long I'll be posting for even. um, but I mean, I guess if you like this and you want to engage in conversation with me or whatever, you can do that. But I more assume that this will be like one of those like 60 views type of garbage, you know? Yeah.